beautiful souls. I am Valeria Maritza at Healing Through You. I am an infinite being of light, and so are you. Today, I bring you a channel message from the beings of light and the angels. They're all here today, and what they really want you to know and understand is that you are all connected to everything and anything that you can imagine and even think about. So, what does all this mean? It means that when you are comparing yourself to others or comparing yourself to anything and feeling a little bit less than, when you admire something or someone and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I could be like, or I wish I could have this that this other person has. And we're constantly comparing ourselves to others that we think believe that somehow they have it better, right? Kind of like the grass is greener on the other side. It isn't. And when you are in awe of something, let's say you travel someplace beautiful and you see a gorgeous landscape in front of you, or the Grand Canyon, or whatever that is, right? That you are admiring and watching and just breathing it in, taking it in, this whole entire enormous beauty and just awe. Know that because everything is one, all is one, you are one with everything, that thing that you are admiring is also part of you. And this is the message that the angels and the beings of light want to really, really make incredibly clear to you. Because when we are in awe of something and we are appreciating it and taking in all that it has to give you, such as in nature, when you're admiring nature, you are receiving from them. Know that part of you is that you are admiring, watching. So if you are part of that, if you are one with this tremendous beauty that you're watching, then what does that mean? What does that make you? It makes you just as beautiful, just as wonderful, just as powerful, just as awe, like this whole awe that you're watching and absorbing. That is also you. Wow, I let that sit there for a little bit so that you can really get your and wrap your mind around this concept of being all connected to everything and everyone, right? And so now going back to people, right? When we are working on ourselves, working on our stories, working on our self development, and we are looking at others for inspiration or advice, and we're saying that's my goal, I want to be just like that person, or I want to take that route, or I want to be just as successful as whatever, right? Whomever it is that you're looking at, know that because they exist and they are in your awareness, that part of you is already that which you are dreaming about. And everything that comes into your awareness. So if you are looking at someone who is quite successful or really inspirational to you, that means that you also have that inspiration power within you. And maybe it's not to, let's say it's a public figure, right, who is touching millions of people. Maybe you're not that person, like is in the eye of the media or out there and is known worldwide. But know that just by being you, wherever it is that you are in the world, you are part of them and they are part of you. Therefore, you are connecting and helping and inspiring millions of people as well. Does that make sense? And you're saying, no, they have the power, they have the money, they have the riches, they have the life, and I don't. And I'm down here, this poor little lonely person, right? No, you are part of them. And also, when you are bringing in the desire to be or the desire to have, You have that desire because it's available for you. It means that you can have it. It means that it's here. It means you already have it. It's you just have to claim it. You wouldn't have a thought or an idea of something that you might want to go or reach for or strive for if it wasn't possible for you. So the fact that it's becoming in your awareness, that you're watching it, that you're seeing it, that you're striving for it, that you're working towards getting it, means that you are going to get it. You already have it, um, meaning that if you choose it, it's here. Like it can happen that quickly. But you're working towards it and you are going to receive it. It is part of your life because it came into your awareness. Does that make sense? Okay, so when it comes to comparing yourself to others and beginning to feel as if you don't have it, right? They have it, I don't. They're beautiful, I am not. They're healthy, I'm not. That's a beautiful, amazing thing that I'm looking at in nature. I am not a thing in nature. I'm a person, right? I'm a human. And you create these separations, separating one from the other, yourself from others and from other things, right? You create this separation. That separation is what's keeping you locked in the fear of I'm not good enough, I am not worth it, I cannot have it. It's not for me, even though I wish I could have it. I just cannot have it because I'm so separate, right? And all of that separation creates the fear and the doubts that come into our minds when you understand that you're actually part of the grand scheme, part of the universe, part of everything that is in your awareness. Then you can kind of latch on and grab on to that energy, that knowing, that certainty, and you become more of that which you want in your life to attract and to manifest and to have and to be. And know that at every and any moment, at every single point in your life, you are the one who's being admired, looked at, for support, looked up as an inspiration of others to be like you. Because we're all connected. So it's like this whole train, this whole web of consciousness, of energies, of everyone being connected and inspired by one and the other, and then becoming intertwined, becoming connected with that we want, and then we become that. And that happens at all levels. So you might be wherever it is that you are in your life. You are an inspiration to others. And you are leading by example. And people are watching what you're doing and hoping, wishing, and comparing themselves to you, and also feeling less than you right now at this moment for your courage, for what you're doing, for what you look like, for what you have, for any and all of those things, which is exactly what you're doing with others. So it's like this whole big long chain that we never know who we're touching, who's looking at us, and who we are inspiring. Once we all become really aware that we are all connected and that we can all have what everyone has in, but of course, we don't want the same things, right? We all want something slightly different that pertains to us. But once we understand that we can have the things that we wish for, that we think that we want, that we're striving to get, then it becomes really easy for those things to become a reality in the life that you're living right now. The angels, my guides, are here expressing this part of consciousness and explaining to you and us, everyone who's listening, that we are all one, and that includes them. This is the bigger part, right? So after I gave you all of the stuff about becoming one with nature, becoming one with others, feeling the connectivity between other humans and you, and anything that you're looking at that you want to, and bringing it into your awareness just by understanding that you are one with it, then you can feel that power and bring it into your actual reality in front of you. The angels and my guides are also putting themselves at that same level, and they're saying that they're not bigger than, better than, holier than us, you, because they're also part of the all one, all of the entire consciousness of the everything being one and everyone being connected. So they are connected to us as we are connected to them. And there is no better than, less than. They're saying specifically that that feeling and that way of being or thinking that something or someone is better than is a completely human thing that we humans have created to add to the separation of everything. But in the consciousness, in the entire oneness that we all are together, that doesn't exist. It's only love, pure consciousness, pure oneness and connections of everything and everyone. The angels often tell me, and they're saying this for me to share with you right now, that they are often in awe of us humans. You see, the angels have never reincarnated in human form. It's different than spirit guides who may have lived here and then crossed over and become a spirit guide, but they have had that experience of living in a three-dimensional, dense human body. So they have a better understanding of what it feels like to go through life on this earth, living with the limitations that a human body has. The angels are not like that. The angels have always been in the spirit realm, always been outside of the physical three-dimensional dense body. And so they are always applauding us and supporting us and loving us and thanking us for the work that we are here on earth doing. Because it takes courage to come from that realm of freedom, of love, where everything just works nicely and evenly and is loving and it's just paradise, right? And you are coming from that place to reincarnate on this world that truthfully is really difficult and ugly sometimes, right? You look at all the difficult things and things that we don't agree with that are happening around the world, which, by the way, I've spoken about this before as well, all happens and stems from the feeling and misunderstanding that we're actually separate from each other, right? So all of the evil, all of the bad things, all of the wars, all of that type of stuff, the low energies, the low frequencies happen because humans believe that they're separate from others and that by hurting others, they're hurting others and not themselves, not understanding that we're all part of the same. If we understand, all of us, that we're all part of the great scheme all together, then people would understand that by hurting someone else is the same thing as hurting your own body, right? People wouldn't go around cutting off their limbs or shooting at themselves because they know that then their own body will die or be extremely in a lot of pain or hurt, right? We won't do this to our own bodies purposely. We do it to others as humans because we believe that they're separate. We believe that that's them and this is me. And they're hurt and I am not. But really, we're all connected. So when we hurt others, we are hurting that part of us, right? So the whole part of feeling separate is what brings us to act in the selfish way, in the way that we hurt others, in the way that it's not optimal, it's not loving, and it's not helping anyone. When we come to the conclusion and the understanding that we are all one, that we are all together, then we begin to do everything with love, everything for the good of yourself and others, because you understand that the others are also part of you. And with that, bringing the confidence that you are beautiful, you're gorgeous, and you're powerful, and you're amazing, and you came here on earth to do great, amazing things. And if you're listening to this or any other podcast or any other healer who is talking about this type of things, is because you are remembering who you are, and you're remembering your mission that you came here to do, and you are remembering that what you do makes a huge difference in elevating the consciousness of consciousness. With that, I leave you. I hope that this was helpful to you. I hope that you liked it. Let me know what you got out of this. Please follow, like, review, all of those things so that more people can find it. Much love to you. I will see you next time. Bye bye.